Thank you. That was gorgeous. Well done. Now, there is no force more powerful than a woman determined to rise. W.E. Du Bois. So, Our Ladies College is delighted to announce the launch of our Women on Walls project here this afternoon. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to all of the women here present today and to the families of those who couldn't make it. We're delighted to have you back representing the ladies we're so proud to speak about and celebrate today. We particularly welcome Linda Knowles, Clodagh Downey, the family representatives of Megan Campbell, Murrin McGinty and Ivana Lynch. Our guests include also today past teachers, representatives of the Parents' Council, Chair of the Board, Con McGinley, and of course our committee, and most important people here today are the students representing each class within the school who are partaking in the day, the choir and orchestra, and of course all of the teachers who are listening throughout the school. And there's approximately 100 people here, but there's 900 people being live streamed and tuning into us online, and hopefully some of our esteemed guests who couldn't make it today are online watching our afternoon celebration. I'd like to speak just a little moment to all of the students in front of me, and of course in the classes listening online. It may seem at this point that the event is not about you, but of course it is very much about the students listening and watching today. The women that we celebrate today walked these corridors, sat in the same classrooms as you, and indeed had some of the same teachers as some of the ladies here today, myself included, unfortunately. But we have a very important message to you today on International Women's Day. That message is, we are saying that you too can be a woman not only on the wall of this school, but on the wall of any university, any place, any building, any business, anything throughout the world. That's not a new message here in Greenhills, but it is one that we are certainly sending out today to you in the classes and to the girls sitting here in front of us. You can be a woman on the wall of the Dáil. You can be a woman on the wall of any sports stadium across the world. You can be a woman on the wall of the UN in New York, anywhere. That's what this school is saying to you today. And that's why these ladies are back here today, to say that to you. What you are to see and hear is to inspire you. This small gathering and launch, only about half an hour, is to get you to say to yourself, I believe in me, and I can have a bright and beautiful and brilliant future. Today is a celebration of course, our past pupils, but a true inspiration when we watch the videos and hear their stories and know that where they came from, being here, every single student can in the future be on the wall here in the school. So a little history, for those who don't know. Most people don't know that this project started a long time ago, prior to COVID. One teacher kind of made a little smart comment to me last week, my God, the children's hospital will be built quicker than what you call it, it'll be done before this project is completed. But of course, those on the committee know well that we started just prior to COVID, and COVID took over to an extent. We have an awful lot of pressing issues around running a school during COVID, and we put it on pause and we came back to it over the last year or two, and we've come to this point today. It was inspired particularly by Miss Curran and our 75th celebrations of the school's history. Miss Curran had heard about the Women on Walls project in Dublin, carried out by the Royal Irish Academy. And that came about because one woman was appointed to the board and sat in the board, looked around the boardroom and saw only men's photographs on the wall. And she asked, "Where are the women? Why aren't they here?" And she set about the project, which is now called Women on Walls, and it has sparked off a number of projects like the one here in Greenhills and others throughout the country and indeed throughout Europe. So we have Miss Curran and the small committee to thank for the start of the project. The committee met regularly and spent many hours discussing what and who would we select for phase 1 of the project. So we decided that we would select 12 past students. There were hundreds that we could have chosen who have been successful, and we've decided to focus in on one student from every decade since the 1940s. And for phase 1 to emanate how students, past students, over those years have been successful. We went back to the 1940s because that's when the school moved to this particular site we're on here now. The committee felt that it was important that the project span all of the decades of the school's history. And we spent time ensuring that the women that we have selected would come from all aspects of life: the arts, sciences, business, academia, politics, sports, and much, much more. We wanted the representatives on the wall to be diverse. Maybe not diverse in terms of ethnicity or colour, but certainly diverse in terms of outlook on what life is about and how a person, a student, can be happy in life. There is a message that success comes in many guises. You don't have to be an academic to be successful. You don't have to be a businesswoman to be successful. You can be a filmmaker. You can be a hairdresser. You can be an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter. As long as you excel and you reach and achieve your full potential, then you will succeed. And that is a message to all of our students, that when they go through the walls and when they sit in the classrooms, they're always learning to better and improve themselves for who they are as an individual. Not because the girl beside her wants to be something, would a student choose to follow a particular career. She follows what's in her own heart. We, of course, are incredibly proud of all our students, but we are particularly proud of the women featured in the Women on Walls. So at this point, if you're kind of going, when are you going to start talking about the ladies on the walls? We're going to get to that with Finn and Mr. Meehan now in a few minutes. But before I move on, just a little thank you. I would like particularly to thank the committee. The committee have worked very hard. Miss Mills, Miss McGarry, Miss Curran, Miss Gardner, Mr. Meehan, Miss Bogue, Miss Brennan, Mr. Kuhn, Miss Fagan, and Miss Madden. This is like our first CBA, girls, so hopefully it'll go okay. We would, of course, also like to thank our principal, Miss Mulvihill, who has been very supportive throughout the years in helping the committee to achieve its aims. Okay. So, sé seo seachtain na Gaeilge. So, muile buchas le gatena agus aya le Maná na Héireann. There was a very famous Irish president, Mary Robinson, who used the slogan Maná na Héireann to usher in a new age of rights and participation for women in Ireland. And it's a fitting theme to today, celebrating International Women's Day. We live in interesting times, and I'd just like to talk to teachers briefly. So much has changed in the school, and so much is the same. There is a question that schools are asking today: what is a Catholic school? Catholic schools had a particular character in the past, but today they're redefining who they are and what they are in a new Ireland. And of course, we are asking those same questions. Kesht, the body that looks after our school, Catholic Education and Irish Schools Trust, and the JMB are actively asking, how do we define what is a Catholic school in today's Ireland, for today's students, for today's past pupils? And the theme that seems to be coming from these bodies is that it's a time for Catholic schools to build bridges, to carry out deep relationships, and to take a further step in every action and aspect of school life. There is a call to build deeper relationships with other religions, with the poor, with the neurodivergent, with the academic, with the non-academic, and with all aspects and within all aspects of school life. So to quote another famous female president of Ireland, she used the theme when she became president, or when she canvassed for presidency, of building bridges. Catholic schools are asked to build deep and positive and lasting and strong bridges to the community, within the community, and around the community. So the staff in Our Lady's College do that. So much of what they do is excellent. But I suppose today we're calling for all of our projects to be on the walls in the school and to reflect that identity that we're all seeking to redefine. So we hope over the next few weeks and months and years to showcase those relationships that are very, very important to a Catholic school on the walls and around the school. Before I continue, I'd like just to acknowledge other women today in International Women's Day. And those, of course, are the women who built the school. We're putting posters and building relationships, but there is a whole generation of women who built the walls of this school. And they, of course, are the Presentation Order who have gone before us. And particularly today on International Women's Day, we think of them because it was only a year ago that they officially left the school grounds and moved to other parts of the country. But they certainly are and were pioneers. They were way ahead of us. I remember going for a history walk downtown in the last year, and the history speaker was talking about the 1820s and how Daniel O'Connell was at work. And then he pointed up to the foundation school of this school, which was on Fair Street, and he pointed out that at that time the nuns were canvassing to build a classroom for girls in Drogheda in the 1820s. So as we attempt, and as I speak to teachers, this project is relevant because it is about building those deep relationships, keeping an atmosphere and a tradition, and encouraging pioneers within the school into the future. So, we're going to move on. I've done my talking, you'll be glad. Okay, so, Of course, we're here to celebrate a selection of the girls from the past, and thanks to the committee, a fantastic array of films have been put together. Particularly, I'd like to thank Mr. Meehan for all of his hard work there. And so, we're going to look at some videos of the lives and successes of some of our past students, those being Ivana, Murren. Murren's parents are here today, and we're delighted to have them, and Linda Knowles. So I'm going to hand over to Finn now, who's going to play some of the videos.
The making of Harry Potter to celebrate Harry
So we'd be delighted if Kay or Des or Donal or Marguerite would like to come up and just collect a little token to remember the day. If you'd like. Or I can hand it to you, you don't have to come up. We would love to welcome Linda up just to accept a little token as well. So an array of careers, girls, that the ladies have ventured into. And I suppose as you sit down there or the girls are listening in the classes, you can kind of consider, oh my God, I can be that, I can do that. Isn't that just fantastic? So moving on, we have other guests to celebrate. And so at the moment, for the next couple of videos, we're going to get a taste of what other people have done with their lives, girls. Those being Megan and Claire. videos. We're not showing you all the videos. In your own time, you're more than welcome to go onto the website. There are tabs there, and it's also available on Instagram. And you can go through the full array of videos. And there is a lot more detail online with regard to the biography of the women featured today in the project. And to finish up, Geraldine Byrne-Nason and, of course, Clodagh Downey.
I can't see many divergences, so I'll say at the beginning, as the Irish ambassador to the United States, I'm a very lucky ambassador. This is a primordial relationship for Ireland, the relationship with the United States. The principles that frame Ireland's approach to Security Council membership are building peace, strengthening conflict prevention, and ensuring accountability. This generation I'm talking about are concerned about climate. They're very concerned about an existential link. We have a Green Party in government in Ireland. We have so much that's of interest to a generation of young people who are coming through now, who give some credit, maybe more than my generation did.
Unfortunately, Geraldine couldn't be here with us, but we have Clodagh, so we're delighted to have you here, Clodagh. So if you could come up to accept a small token and... Okay.
Where every industry is being revolutionized by technology and at an unprecedented pace. Growing threat that is cybersecurity. You have to have a board that has the skills and experience around the table for the next chapter of the company's journey, not the current chapter and not its history. Being good at change is what's required of leaders today. To have the resilience, the optimism, the vision, the courage to drive change forward.
As we all know, we will only truly have reached gender equality whenever there are mediocre women at the top.
Thank you very much.
think they were lovely, fantastic videos showcasing the variety of paths that our students can take. And I think that's the source of those paths. The beginning of that journey starts in the chairs that the girls are sitting on at the moment, the classrooms they are currently sitting in, and with the teachers who are at the top of the classrooms. They are, at the moment, making tomorrow's women on walls, and I am very excited to come back in 15, 20 years and see how all the current students are getting on. So, the next part of our little afternoon, I'm going to invite the head girl and the deputy head girl to come up. So the girls are going to recite a poem.
We as Women by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. There's a cry in the air about us. We hear it before, behind, of the way in which we as women are going to lift mankind.
With her white frocks starched and ruffled, and her soft hair brushed and curled, hats off, for we as women are coming to save the world.
Fair sisters, listen one moment, and perhaps you'll pause for 10. The business of women as women is only with men as men.
What we do, we as women, we have done all through our life. The work that is ours as women is the work of mother and wife.
But to elevate public opinion and to lift up erring man is the work of the human being. Let us do it if we can.
But wait, warm-hearted sisters, not quite so fast, so far. Tell me how we are going to lift a thing any higher than we are.
We are going to purify politics and to elevate the press. We enter the foul paths of the world to sweeten and cleanse and bless.
To hear the high things we are going to do and the horrors of man we tell, one would think we as women were angels and our brothers were fiends of hell.
We that were born of one mother and reared in the self-same place, in the school and the church together, we of one blood, one race.
Now then, all four together, but remember, every one, that 'tis not by feminine innocence that the work of the world is done.
The world needs strength and courage and wisdom to help and feed. When we as women bring these to man, we shall lift the world indeed.
And now Miss Mulvihill is going to speak to you.
I don't think I can come up with anything so poetic or say so much in so few words as what the girls have just done. But I'll give it a shot. As well as celebrating International Women's Day today, this week is also Seacht na Gaeilge. And please forgive my English accent and my pronunciation, please. And there's a well-known phrase in Irish that I have hanging on my wall beside a Latin phrase, which means I'm always learning. And this phrase goes, Mulla nóga agus chuki she. Loosely translates to praise the young and they will flourish. But I'm reliably informed there's lots of different ways of interpreting them, but that's the gist of it. That saying is framed on my wall and it's hanging there as an important reminder every day of what we are about. Education, learning and school are all about that phrase, about praise the young and they'll flourish. It's about providing each and every student the opportunity to thrive, to try new things, to fail, and to try again, to learn about themselves and develop new skills. That's what we're trying to do. With this Women on Walls project, we're overtly celebrating these 12 graduates of the school. But we are also celebrating every girl who has grown up in this school and found her place in the world where she can make a difference. Every girl who's able to get up every day and do something she's passionate about. We are celebrating you. So girls, where are you going to find your place in the world when you leave here? What will we be putting on the walls in the future about you? Little questions that need answers. Do you think the women we're talking about today knew what their paths were going to be when they left Greenhills? Did Geraldine Byrne-Nason dream she would be the Irish ambassador to the United States while she was sitting in Rosa Mystica? Well, doubtful but possible, you never know. And Ivana Lynch, did she dream of acting in Harry Potter and Hollywood as she went along the corridors? Probably, I'd say almost definitely. But it wasn't the dreams that made those things happen. They had a lot more than that to do. They had the drive, the passion, the determination, the self-belief, the support, and the work ethic needed to make those dreams come true. They didn't give up at the first challenge or the first disappointment. They kept going, and in time they found their place. To me, that is success. Find your niche. Find where you're happy. The challenge I have for you today, girls, is to ask you to dream, and to dream big, to dream different. Just because something is new or different or difficult shouldn't limit your dreams or ambitions. Imagine a future for yourself where you're happy, where you're doing something that makes you happy, that helps you make a difference for somebody's day. Don't let other people tell you that it's never going to happen. How can you do that? When you find a dream, then work for that dream. Start working and keep working. That will and determination to make it a reality is only limited in your own head. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. You fight for what you want. And when you do that, that is success. It's not a lot, maybe, on a good day, but it's hard every day to get up and fight for the dream you want, but you have it in you to do it. I want to echo the thanks that Mr. Conway has given to all of those involved in this project and in today's celebration in any way. It has been a huge team effort. Not just the team who are involved in the committee, but hopefully when you come inside the staff room, the visitors will appreciate some of the other talents that contributed to today's preparation. I'd like to thank the parents who sent their daughters to Greenhills. This school is about the children and the students that are in here, and you trusted your daughters to us. And I hope we did a good job, and we intend to continue doing a good job into the future. It's you and your children who make Greenhills a very special place to be. We're going to conclude now with a summary video prepared by Mr. Meehan. Where we'd be without him, I don't know. And we will also be followed with the choir, orchestra, ukulele, trad group. Anybody who's going to be anyway musical in any way has got involved in this, and they're going to perform Dreams by the Cranberries. Thank you very much, everybody.